Do you know that as many times as NASCAR ran here, there's never been a rain-shortened race?
Really?
As many times as NASCAR's run here. They actually started a race on Sunday. It rained. They had to finish it on Monday, but they have never run less than the prescribed distance.
Wow, that's an interesting stat.
Well, you'd have it, too, if Russell knew your cell phone number, because Russell is watching at home and sending little notes to us, like the one about, well, the fact that you were passed with 21 laps to go by Jamie McMurray. And our caution comes out once again. Problems for Ken Weaver in the number 4 as he slides on the front stretch.
It looks like Ken did not make any contact with anything. It looks like the right front tire is flat.
He may have been trying to get onto pit road. It looks like he could not get slowed down enough. There's marks coming off of turn number 4 where it looks like he was sliding.
Boy, just about perfect. We've run 105 laps. It was lap 57 when everybody came in to put tires on. Another almost 50 laps. It's perfect timing, making a crew chief's job easy.
That's right. They are making it a lot easier on him. And, Rick, I just want to let you know, if you would have really been on your game today, you would have said that he was weaving trying to get back on the racetrack.
Hey, I'm leaving the door open for you.
Thank you.
Okay. Ken Weaver obviously bringing out our 5th caution of the race, and you guys talk about the cautions falling perfectly for tire wear.
See him get loose coming off turn number 4 there and spins. Actually does a little half spin and then actually saves the car. And then he's weaving, trying to get back onto the racetrack, Rick.
You can't use it after he already said how to use it.
The leaders are on pit road.
Here they come. Ken Schrader, Sean Case, followed by Gabby DiCarlo and Patrick Sheltra. Ray Dunlap.
And Lofton's car still just a little bit twitchy coming off the corner. So once again, they're going to make an air pressure adjustment on this number 6 car. Right in front of him, Patrick Shelter came in. Crew was better this time. He almost got the car out of the box, just barely got it in there. Right side tires go on. They'll come around to do 4 tires on each of these stops. Jim?
4 tires the call for Ken Schrader. He's got no changes on the tires, but they went one round down in the right rear. So adjustment, the first of the day for Ken Schrader as he's down and away on this end of pit road.
Boy, Schrader's bunch is doing it on pit road, aren't they?
Taking care of Ken.
There's Sheltra, Justin Lofton, side by side, exiting pit road. Looks like there's Ricky Carmichael again coming out. Looks like 2nd. Sean Case, the 25, in 3rd.
Parker Kligerman also coming off of pit road. We will line them back up for the restart when we come back. Next Friday, the ARCA RE Series takes center stage once again when they go to the 2.66-mile Talladega Super Speedway. You won't want to miss a second of the action. 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide racing at Talladega. And that's 5 o'clock next Friday right here on Speed. Riding along with the 2 of Tim George Jr. See him heating the tires up and probably scraping off the good rubber off of those new tires.
Right now, Kyle Martell is still on the racetrack, did not pit, so he's actually our leader. Our 2nd place car is Kenny Schrader. Let's see if we can talk to Kenny. Hey, Kenny, Phil Parsons up in the booth. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I got you, bud.
Looks like you're having a pretty nice Sunday afternoon drive out there, huh?
Yeah, things are going pretty good so far. We get the restarts. We got a couple of cars that are really quick, but I'd like to stay green. That would be okay, I think.
Looked like the Sean Case was able to battle you pretty hard there. You opened up about a 2nd lead and he closed it back to half a second. See somebody you're worried about?
I'm worried about a half a dozen of them, Phil. You know how this deal goes, especially here at Rockingham when the yellows fall, but you know, Sean Case is an excellent young little driver. That's a good team there, Venture Motorsports. So, you know, he's going to be right there at the end of this day.
There's a nice grandstand there coming off turn number 4, and it's the Ken Schrader grandstand. Congratulations on that honor.
I must just be a little older than you, Phil, because that's what that means, I think. But I was honored for Andy to do that for us.
All right, buddy, you got 1 to go. Get ready for this restart. Have a good one.
Thank you, sir.
There we see the Ken Schrader grandstand. Again, that's coming right out of turn 4. The fans able to enjoy a great view of racing through 3 and 4. A lot of action down there. Jim Trado.
Just real quick, Sean Case came out of the pits 3rd. He lost 2nd on pit road because the left rear lug nut came off the car when they're trying to make the adjustments. They went 1.5 down on the Panhard bar and down a tick on pressure, but again, a loose lug nut cost Sean Case 1 spot on pit road. Let's check it with Ray.
Jim, after we saw everybody coming down pit road, I looked out on the racetrack, and the 44 of Kimmel was still out there. They had thought for a while that there was some serious rain coming, and his crew chief and brother Bill Kimmel said, let's take a chance here. They went through the cycle. They looked up in the air. They said, no rain, we better pit. So they did it, ready for the restart.
Green flag back in the air. Ken Schrader, Ricky Carmichael, and Sean Case. 1, 2, 3 once again on this restart, and it doesn't take long for Sean Case to realize I'm going to get by the 33. Set my sights again on Ken Schrader.
He does not want to lose contact with Kenny Schrader. Does not want to let Kenny get anywhere near a big lead on him. But Ricky all the way up against the wall. Doesn't look like he made any contact.
Yeah, I tell you, that the 33 car has just kind of seemed to not get going on the first couple laps of the restart, but that 25 car will go. And I tell you, the guy to watch is a 77. If they go more than any further than 14, 15 laps, he's probably going to be right in the middle of it.
Justin Lofton over the back of the 33. Ricky Carmichael is able to save it. A real close call right there for Ricky.
Yeah, nice job by Ricky right there. That's a very, very difficult point in the racetrack, as we see Sean Case attacking Kenny Schrader in that 52 car. Remember, Kenny said, I'm worried about half a dozen of these guys, and that's one of them right there.
A lot of talent again. The 25, the Venturini Motorsports number 25 went to victory lane here a year ago. Joey Logano behind the wheel. Now Sean Case is taking his turn trying to get by that 52 of Ken Schrader.
And I promise you, that's on the driver of the 25's mind right now, knowing that that car went to victory lane last year.
He talked about it yesterday with me. He said there's a lot of pressure here. That car was on the pole. It led so many laps here and was dominant. And now he's behind the wheel. Sean Case trying to put it back in victory lane this year.
Boy, Sean got a nice run through the center of the corner, but he had to pay for it off the corner. Kenny really waited to get on the throttle, but when he got on it, he was able to use more throttle, use that momentum to drive back by Sean. But I'm telling you, keep an eye on that 77 car, Kevin.
The 77 car, I'm telling you, if they go more than a few laps here under green, he's going to be one of the cars to beat. I think him and Schrader are really good on the long runs. I think the 25 goes good on the short runs here, but the 77 car, I like the way it comes up off the corner.
Do you like the line? Is he taking the right line around this racetrack? He's not pinching it down too tight, not sailing up the racetrack too far?
Well, I mean, as good as his car's been working later in the runs, I mean, it's obviously not hurting the tires too much, so they've got the setup all about right, it looks like.
Ken Schrader, Sean Case, Parker Kligerman. They're your top three. Then we've got Patrick Sheltra running fourth. Fifth is Justin Lofton. Problems for the 8 car.
Yeah, it looks like he bounced off the wall. You can see the concrete dust between the wheel and the tire bead, unfortunately, for Brian Eichler.
And Brian Eichler a week ago at Greenville Pickens Speedway comes home victorious. You saw that on Speed on Thursday.
That is so easy to do at this racetrack. I mean, you think you have new tires and you want to get just a little bit extra out of it, and you think you can do that, and all of a sudden the thing slips and you're in the wall before you even know what happens.
Yeah, how eager are you, knowing that the tires are good for the first couple laps, to try to accomplish maybe too much?
Well, I think you see guys like the 25 car and you see them take off really well, and you're behind them and you say, well, I got to go as fast as they do. And I think that's what you saw Ricky do. He just tried to get a little bit extra on the restart there, trying to push his car, and just got a little bit too high there.
So the field spreading out once again. Ken Schrader has been the one out front most of the day. Sean Case has been able to get to the inside a few times, but has not been able to lead a lap yet today. We'll be right back with more.